Hey, what are you doing in my kitchen? Oh yeah, it's Friday. It's the last day of virtual story time. Man, I really hope you've enjoyed the stories this week. I know I have. These stories have really inspired me too. Oh yeah. They've inspired me and reminded me to be brave. And we talked about our baptismal promises, the promises that we make at our baptism. Yeah, it reminds me that we always have to strive for justice and peace. We talked about peace a lot. And then on Monday when we made our snack mix together and then eating our Pringles, that reminded me of our promise that we make at baptism to always break bread together and have fellowship. That's a pretty easy promise for me to keep. And I loved the story of Moses and Harriet Tubman and how brave they were at leading people to freedom. And you know, just like the way we answer the questions when we make our promises at baptism, we say, I will with God's help. And God helped Harriet and Moses. They relied on God and God helped them. Yeah, that's pretty inspiring. And then Wednesday, being at the garden, being at the garden is always great. And I love the story of Esther and how brave she was to stand up for justice when she heard the plan to kill people. Yeah, and then yesterday, Father Tom reading us the story from the gospel of Jesus calming the storm. My favorite part of that is when Jesus says, "Peace, be still." What a great way to start your day, thinking about Jesus saying, "Peace, be still." And also in that story, Jesus reminds us to always turn to God when we're afraid, right? When we're afraid or when we have something hard to do, and turning to God when it's hard to keep some of the promises I made at my baptism, because sometimes those can be kind of hard. You know, the calming the storm story also reminds me of one of my favorite books, The Story of the Three Trees. Have you ever heard that story? I'm done with my coffee. I think Mel's down at the church, and I know she has a copy of the book, The Story of the Three Trees. Man, that's one of my favorites. Let's go down to the church and see if Mel will read us the story. You want to? Let's go.
Good morning, and it's Friday of story time. Are you guys excited? Have you had a good week? I hope so, because today's book is called The Tale of Three Trees. It's one of my favorites, and I know it's one of Beth's favorites because I heard her say that. And this story is written by Angela Hunt. And I have some things in front of me, and I want you to look at them first before we start the story. I have a tree, I have a boat, and I have a treasure box, but I haven't put anything in my treasure box yet. But that will come with time, I'm sure. So let's find out about the three trees. Once upon a time, on a mountaintop, three trees dreamed of what they wanted to become when they grew up. Do you ever think about what you want to be when you grow up? I do. I still think about what I want to be. I want to hold a treasure, said the first tree. See, just like our treasure box. I will be the most beautiful treasure in the whole world. I want to be a strong sailing ship, the second tree said. Look at our tree. We've got a sailing ship. I will be the strongest ship in the world. I don't want to leave this mountain at all, said the third tree. Let's see what he says. I want to grow tall, and when people look at me, they will raise their eyes to heaven and think of God. I will be the tallest tree in the world. Even though this one's not very tall right now, but if it was still attached to the tree, it would be getting tall. One day, 3 woodcutters climbed the mountain. With the swoosh of the first man's axe, the tree fell. And with a swoosh of the second man's axe, the second tree fell. And with a swoosh of the third man's axe, the third tree fell. The first tree rejoiced when the woodcutter brought him to the carpenter's shop. But the busy carpenter was not thinking about a treasure chest. Instead, he was working. His work-worn hands fashioned the tree into an animal's feed box. That's not what the tree wanted, was it? It wanted to be a treasure box. The second tree smiled when the woodcutter took him to the shipyard. But no mighty sailing ships were being built that day. Instead of a strong tree, it was made into a simple fishing boat. Not like this strong boat, huh? And the third tree was confused. When the woodcutter cut her into strong beams and left her in a lumber yard. What happened? The once tall tree wondered. All I ever wanted to do was point to God. Many, many days and nights passed, and the 3 trees nearly forgot their dreams. But one night, a golden starlight poured over the first tree as a young woman placed a newborn baby into the feed box. Look here. It's baby Jesus. And instead of suddenly the first tree was holding the greatest treasure in the whole world. Oh, Thirsty's story. Jesus calmed the storm. One evening, the tired travelers and his friends crowded into an old fishing boat. And the storm rose, and the second tree shuddered. And then the traveler stuck out his arms, and he said, "Peace." Do you remember on Monday how we said peace in all the different languages? Well, Jesus also said peace. And guess what? The storm stopped. So we've got the second tree. And suddenly the second tree knew that he was carrying the King of heaven and earth. On Friday morning, the third tree was startled when his beams were yanked from the pile of woods. She shuddered, and she was dragged down through an angry crowd. She shuddered as the soldiers nailed a man's hands into her. She felt ugly and harsh and cruel. But on Sunday morning, when the sun rose and the earth trembled with joy, beneath her, the third tree knew God's love had changed everything. It had made the first tree beautiful. It had made the second tree strong. And every time the people think of the third tree, they think of God. It was better than being the tallest tree in the world. So the third tree became the cross of Jesus. I hope you enjoyed this book as much as I enjoy this book. And now I want you to get ready to go down to the chapel because we're going to sing King of Kings. So get ready. Let's
joining us and helping out with our activity time today. All right, so get your Friday packet out of your bag, and Mel and Booker are going to do this activity and show you how to do it.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed our story in King of Kings, singing King of Kings. Right now, we're going to do an activity with a piece of wood. And let me tell you something about this wood that you've got. It actually came from my land. We had a tree that fell, and my husband and my son cut these so that we could do a special activity today.
It's a really pretty piece of wood too. I
Isn't it
love the
pretty?
rings, how they're red.
It's cedar.
Oh, okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take our wood and all of these fun little jewels. Booker, do you like jewels? Yeah. I do too. Let's just dump them here. Oh, look, all the pretty colors. Kind of like the jewelry box in our story, that the treasure box that the tree wanted to be. Oh, look, a cross. Do you remember how the cross pointed to heaven and to God? And some glue. Let me move this off here so that we can have some room. And you'll find your name in there. So you'll be able to put your name on. Here's one that's done. This is Dodge's. And you see his name and how he's decorated his? Well, you get to decorate yours however you want. So, Booker, are you ready to decorate?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's open this up. Be very careful because you don't want to slosh the glue everywhere. And take the tape and we'll stick it over here. You have some Q-tips in your bag to help you with the glue. Oops, I just dropped the glue on the floor. So we've got some Q-tips, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my name on mine. What are you going to do with yours, Booker?
I'm going to put my initials.
You're going to put your initials?
Yeah.
Yeah. Booker and I got our initials for ours. So just put some glue on it. You might want to lay it down and look and see before you put your name on there to make sure that you don't get it backwards. Look. To make sure that you don't get it backwards. So you know what side of the glue to put on. How's it coming, Booker? You getting that glue on there?
Yeah.
Good job.
After this, I might wash my
Oh,
hands.
yeah, I most probably have to wash mine too because I think I'm going to have a lot of glue on my hands.
Sometimes crafts are messy and we have to wash our hands.
So, okay, well, I've got my initials on. See?
Very nice.
And now I've got some of these little oval shapes, wooden oval shapes, and I'm going to make a flower, I think, out of those. So I'm going to put some glue on one side. Make sure to get it covered good so it sticks. And stick them on. Oops, I got extra glue on my finger. I can wipe on there. And some more glue. How's it going, Booker?
I'm just finishing putting down my D.
Okay.
Booker, what's your middle name?
Oh, my middle name is Anthony.
Anthony. So your initials actually spell a word. I always think that's really cool. My uncle, his initials are Mark Allen Dawson, and his initials spell mad. So yours spells bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna use tiny petals like she's doing too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, everybody kind of got different items in their activity bags.
So now that I'm gonna get a jewel. Let's see, what color do I want? I wonder if there's a yellow one that's round.
Oh, like this one?
There's a cool, like, star-shaped one. What color is it?
I don't know. Oh, it's purple. Did you find a yellow round one? Oh, it's a yellow heart. Look, Booker found a yellow heart.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Let me put that on there anyway. I like that one, Booker. I think I'm going to put that one on there. I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to find a round one. I may use this purple round one. Or the center right there, make it look like a flower. Just right there. And let's see, what else can I put on there? There's a whole bunch of these.
Oh, there's some little square mosaic
There's some little
tiles.
square mosaic tiles, yes, right there. This would be fun to use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another heart. I think I'm going to put another heart on mine. But I better put some more glue, more than what's on my fingers. Because we want it to stick. I don't want it falling off.
No.
There. And the glue will dry clear, so you don't have to worry about it looking like this right now. See how the white from the glue, when it's all dry, it'll be clear.
Yeah, because let's see, let me zoom in on Dodge's that he did. And you can't see any glue on his.
And he had some pretty good sized blobs of glue on there at one point.
All sticky.
Oh, I found another heart. I'm going to put another heart on mine. What do you think, Booker? Do you like this craft?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's pretty cool.
So there.
That is really nice. I like it.
You could get your mom or dad to put a little cup hook in the top and hang it on the wall, or maybe some command strips on the back to put it up, or maybe even get just a little stand to stand it on
Yeah, that's
and
what I
put
was
it in your
thinking.
room.
Like those stands that you put plates on. Some people put a
Yeah.
plate on or a picture. They would hold that size just perfect.
So
Let's
have
see what
fun.
Booker's is doing. Yes, and when you get done with your wood, I would love to see a picture of it. So have someone take a picture of your completed wood mosaic disc and send it to me. I hope that these trees are happy that they were turned into art.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are.
Art is fun.
Because they enjoy being something special. Just like the book, the trees in our book were something special. Oh, Booker, that looks so cool.
I'm not done with the flower.
Oh, he's not done with it yet. It looks really cool,
It does
though.
look really cool. All right, well, take a picture of how yours turns out at home and send it to me so that we can put them up on Emmanuel Friends and everybody can share what their tree turned out like. And Mel, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
cutting up that piece of wood for everyone to have a disc and for reading us such a wonderful story today. All right, bye. Wave bye, Booker.
Bye.
I'm going to read you the book, I Can Do Hard Things, Mindful Affirmations for Kids. This book was written by Gabby Garcia and illustrated by Charity Russell. I don't always feel brave, confident, or strong. Sometimes it seems easier to follow others along. I get so many messages about how I should be, pulled in different directions. I feel wobbly. When this happens, I listen for that quiet voice inside. When I pay attention, that voice is my guide.
I connect with the love and strength it brings. It helps me remember I can do hard things. I can be a friend to myself. I can feel all my feelings. I can ask for help. I can try again rather than give up. I can believe in myself. I can speak up when it would be easier to stay quiet. I can say no, even to my friends. I can apologize. I can forgive. I can listen to understand different points of view. I can care for my community. I can choose kindness. I can practice peace. I can share my gifts with the world. I can be myself. Hard things can be about what we think, feel, say, or do. And what's hard for me may not be hard for you. You are you, and I am me. We walk through the world differently. Trusting my voice helps me find my way. I grow braver and stronger every day. The tough stuff I face is all my own, but I can also remember I'm not alone. I'm ready for the hard things I have to do. And please remember, so are you. The end. Man, I've really enjoyed reading stories to you this week and singing songs together and doing crafts together. I hope you've had a good time. Please send me some pictures of your completed craft projects. I would love to see them. See you guys later. Bye.